Hello, all. Welcome to another interesting session on SAP product costing. As part of the section, the master data, we are now going to look at the profit center. Okay. Uh, Again, as the very name indicates, profit center is the smallest unit where you would like to track your profit. In simple words, profit center is a smallest unit. I would not say it is a smallest unit, but it is a one dimension where you would like to track your profit. Ideally, where this do companies track their profit? They track it at a legal entity level. That is for external purpose. For external purposes, let's say we have three different legal entities so set up in a country. One deals with engine gears, another deals with brake liners, another deals with let's say engine gears, brake liners, and the third one deals with gear rods or dashboard. Let's say three different kind of divisions we have, right? But all these three we have set up three different legal entities, and now we are having setting up same three legal entities in another country, right? Another country. And if I now wanted to have a what you call profit by my line of business, right? I will have to, so let's say in country B I am going to set up engine valves and brake liners. Now if I want to combine and understand the profit of engine valves, how do I get it? I have to take the engine valves of legal country A with the legal entity of engine valves from country B, and then join them, and still I will get it only as what you call the legal profit, right? The statutory profit for external holders and for the statutory purposes. But if I wanted to, get a profit, let's say, within India, let's say, for example, as for what is the profit or from the state of, let's say, New Delhi, or from the state of Maharashtra, or from the state of, let's say, Tamil Nadu, or Andhra Pradesh, or Telangana. Now, when I am saying this Telangana or Andhra Pradesh or Maharashtra or New Delhi, you can have sales from the legal entity A which deals with engine valves. You can have sales and expenses of legal entity B in every state relating to brake liners, and the third legal entity also might have operations in all the states. So I am now talking about a dimension, okay, which will cut across these multiple legal entities and will give me profit by different states. If let's say the US, let's say what is the profit from Texas, or what is the profit from New York, or San Francisco, or California. Okay, let's say there are three or four legal entities dealing with different lines of businesses. Now I wanted state wise profit. So one dimension that is available which can make it this possible is business area. So definitely that is possible. Now let us say that I wanted a profit based on, let's say I make these equipments, engine valves, as well as what you call dashboards and brake liners, etc. I make these for farm equipments. I make these for let's say passenger car. I make these for utility vehicles. Make these for agricultural tractors, etc. I make these for defense equipment. I make these for multi-utility vehicles. I make these for sports utility vehicles. Let's say this the same products, but I have different lines of divisions to which my products are sold. Now, division definitely is a field that is available in the material master, but on division, SAP has not provided what you call profit booking and expense booking directly. Okay, but we do have something called profit center, and we can ensure that we can try to take these dimensions what we just now spoke about, right? Whether it is passenger car, etc. So we can say that the division will be mapped to the profit center. I can make profit center these lines of businesses as my profit center, and I can start tracking profit. Now let me go to the next screen and let us understand what SAP is. As per SAP, the profit center is an organizational unit in accounting that reflects a management oriented structure of the organization for the purpose of internal control, right? It reflects a management oriented structure for the purpose of internal. Profit center is one dimension like business area which can give you both P&L, income statement, as well as the balance sheet financial statement. Now look at it on the left side. What do I have? I have sales. Okay, sales I can will give me the revenue. Every material is connected to the profit center. Let me just put the pointer options. Yeah, every material is connected to a profit center. So every time I am selling, okay, in my revenue line items I do have material being captured. Similarly, what is the COGS? Cost of goods sold. When the cost of goods sold entry gets booked, again there is a material involved. Because the material has a profit center, again I get this information of profit center, right? And then I get cost. Okay. Now here material is associated with profit center. I got the profit center. Now let us say other expenses, any FI expenses, stationery, staff welfare, canteen expenses, and any other expenses which you are booking, even those can be apportioned to different cost centers, and these cost centers are in turn linked to profit center. So we get other expenses. So from revenue, if you take out cost and the other expenses, you get profit. And using the feature called document splitting, you can ensure that the profit center is mapped in every line item of the balance sheet. So you can get a balance sheet also. Now I have seen projects, right, where the profit center decision itself took us couple of months, 2 to 3 months, to understand what would be the right combination of profit center. Why? Let me go to the next screen and explain that to you. Okay. Okay. The profit center is a 10-digit combination. Now, all in all, remember SAP has given us 4 dimensions where we can generate both income statement as well as profit and loss. Income statement as well as profit and loss. Give me 1 second. There's a small correction required on this slide. So there was this company which asked us that we are, for business area we said okay, state wise balance sheet they needed. So we said that state will be mapped to what you call business area. Then they said they primarily deal with fabrics, okay, cosmetics and electronics. So we said that these can be let's say segment, okay. But then they said that they wanted us to provide them balance sheet based on brand, okay, based on division. Even in division you have skin care, personal care, okay, men's again there was another category called menswear, women's wear, kids wear. Then they wanted one more based on their top brands, top 20 brands, right? Then they wanted to us to provide the balance sheet as per their stores also. And then they wanted us to provide a balance sheet based on the distribution channel. For example, what is the balance sheet for the balance sheet? I'm not even talking about only P&L. If it is only P&L, we could have understood we can bring it through COPA. They wanted a balance sheet based on let's say what was I saying, online sales, okay, then retail sales, then marketplace sales, export sales, etc. So now they were talking about literally balance sheet in more than 3 4 dimensions, and SAP has given us the restriction of only these 4 dimensions. So now many places you will find that the profit center has been intelligently codified to represent more than one dimension. In this case, what we did was that, so we understood, we combined the distribution channel, the store, and the brand, okay, the top 20 brand into the profit center. That way we were able to get 3 dimensions into the profit center, and using other techniques we split it, and then we were able to generate the balance sheet and profit and loss, right? So profit center can also be used to can be codified in such a way that you can represent multiple dimensions, thereby you can generate financial reports, both balance sheet and P&L. If it is just P&L, okay, you can make use of margin analysis, right? You can come even distribute the sales and marketing cost up till that level, and then you can arrive at the profit through profitability analysis. But what about balance sheet? So that is where the challenge was, and we were able to achieve it. And this I have seen in many projects. So I have seen some people codify the profit center as a region, state, cluster, district, etc. Okay. So This is another way, but then there is another tool available called Profit Center Group. Using Profit Center Group also, you can arrive at the different balance sheet report. So group of profit centers can become a group, and you can generate the balance sheet at the profit center group using the hierarchical structure that SAP has provided us. Okay, we can build any number of hierarchies and we can do that. For example, I can group few profit centers on the basis of city, right? Because I, in my example, I said store was one of the dimension. So every store has a pin code, right? Zip code or a pin code. So there is a physical location. So then we can attribute it to a city. The online, you can just make it as independent. It will be sold through one of the legal entities, one of the major cities, so that it can be a different profit center. But physical stores, right, which you have, can represent have a physical geolocation. So we said that okay, we have revenue there, we have cost there, so we will group them at the city and district level. Then these city and districts, you can generate a balance sheet and P&L. Similarly, city and district can be grouped into cluster. Cluster can be grouped into state. State can be grouped into region. Region like western region, northern region, etc. We were able to group this way also. Even not only at profit center level, we can generate the balance sheet and profit and loss at the group level also. This is another thing that you need to think through when you design your profit center. It is one of the weapons that is available, right, in your ammunition. This you have to use it very cleverly, and you have to take into business confidence, and it would be primarily a business decision. Okay, as SAP consultants, we can suggest this mechanism. Again, I think in the SAP group reporting, you have a profit center level eliminations. So using that across the profit center, any eliminations that is happening, yeah, any transfers with markup, that also can be eliminated at the profit center level. So keeping all these things in mind, we will have to design what a profit center should be. But for our purpose, I will definitely be showing in the expert level course, how you can, apply certain markup on the profit center, and how you can, identify them separately in a profit center valuation, and all those things I will explain you. For now, for this particular session, I'm going into the system and I will be creating a profit center for you. Okay. Let me do that. Okay. Let me go to /n. Okay. So I have here cost center accounting, right? So I will now just go to profit center accounting. Go to profit center accounting. The T code is KE51. Master data, profit center, individual processing. Yeah, KE51. You can go here and you can create a profit center. For example, I am going to create BB20 PC03 as a profit center. BB20 PC03, which is not existing in my controlling area K100. And then BB20, I am creating a profit center. Okay, it is valid from 1/1/2024 to 31/12. See, it is in the inactive state. I will say it is BB20 profit center 003. Okay, profit center 003. So here you can give in the down as let's say I will give it here as brand Lakme or something. BB20 Lakme or whatever store, you can give store. Let's say I'll give New York profit center or something like that. Any of those names you can give by store or whatever name you want, you can give it. Okay. Who is the person responsible for this? I will say Avatar Singh. By the way, Avatar Singh is the name I have given to this particular small person that is, you see the cartoon. So I call him Fonde Avatar Singh. Okay. Here we have to give which group I have created at. Okay. Within the groups also, I said right, city, state, cluster. You can design your profit center group whichever way you want. So I will select one of those group which is named after plant. I have designed it the group by plant. Segment you can give. So segment, see, profit centers, SAP suggests profit centers are mapped to segment. But if you do not fill this one, right, you can use segment at your transaction level as an independent object. So in our case, let's say profit center, again I am grouping under segment. Okay, then segment becomes an umbrella kind of structure. Rather, if you want to use segment as a separate object, this is the fourth object available for you where you can create P&L and balance sheet. So this is again a decision that you will have to take. So you can say that I'm not going to link my profit centers to segment. Okay, that's possible. Say save. Here it is mandatory because in the backend, in the master data, it would have been said that, let me just try. Okay. Segment is independent accounting unit. See long text. See, this is the important information. Segment field is an independent accounting unit. You have selected the segment characteristic as the independent accounting unit. If you do not derive the segment from the profit center, you can group you can ignore this message. Okay. So we are not going to derive from profit center, then I can leave it blank. Okay. Profit center BB03 is saved in inactive status. But what is that I need? We need to activate it, right? So you can go here and click on this candlestick here and activate it. So let's say activate. So is it getting activated? If not, is an independent. Okay, I say enter. Now it is activated. Profit center. Now you are getting the message that it has been created. Now if I go to the display, okay, I'll go to the display BB20. What is the T code? You are right, KE53. One is for creating, two is for changing, three is for displaying. So you can see that this object is there and now the object is active. This is one way of creating it. The other way of creating is KCH5N. Okay, go to the transaction through the group, standard group also you can do it. So let me see if I can find that path for you. Profit center standard hierarchy you see here. This one, I like to go from here KCH5N because it is easy to arrange your cost center, profit centers. Now you can see I have got a BB20 PC03 here. I can move it to BB10 also. Alright. Or I can bring it down here. I recollect for one of the steel plant, okay, they owned a hotel, okay, where they had all their guests and employees come in and stay. They had made the hotel also a plant. Within the hotel, they had different multiple lines, right? They had this restaurant business. Then they had a mini hall where they used to let it out for celebrations. Then they had rooms which they were letting out even for different projects, right? The projects used to be to get charged for those rooms. Then they were running this restaurant services. Then they also had some other saloon and other services where they wanted to track different they wanted to track profited in each of these businesses within hotel. Now recollect this is a steel industry. In steel industry we are talking about a hotel which the company owns and they set it up as a plant, and these small businesses they have set it up as a profit center. That's also a possibility, right? That's a good example, right? I will create a profit center now under BB10. Okay, I'll make use of BB10 PC02. I'll copy it. Okay, give here the description BB10 PC03. Okay, this is profit center 003. Okay, profit center PC003. I'll give some other name. Okay, I will give him as Kapil Sharma. You can give a segment, whatever segment you wanted to assign. Okay, indicators are there, all these things are there. Again, I told you that it can be across company code, right? Currently I have assigned it to only B100 company code. You can choose to represent this profit center across multiple company codes also. That is also possible, remember that. So now I'll go back to basic data, save this information. Okay, then you have to click on this candlestick here, so it gets activated. So once you get this box here, okay, this pop-up box, say okay. Okay, okay. So this way we have created profit center. I have shown you three different ways to create profit center. You can regroup them. My preference is KCH5N, but you can go to KE51 and you can directly create it there. I leave it to you. So with this, we'll go back to the PowerPoint and see. So I have shown you what are these are the different ways. Now in our example, you can create balance sheet at BB20 level, at plant level. In this case, I have grouped the profit center as per to the plant. These plants are again grouped to a company code, let's say. Okay, let's say if I have two company codes, I will group them as two different company codes, and then again I can group them. So this is possible. Okay, so that way you now have this profit center done. So I hope you have understood. We have successfully seen the demo. Apart from that, just to let you know, our entire course module is divided into two different offerings. One is the foundational, which you are now accessing. Then once you complete this, I will strongly recommend that you take up the expert level also. Both of these will strongly propel and catapult your professional career to next levels. Thank you very much for your patience. Happy practicing. Do not forget practicing, because practicing is what going to help you a lot. Thank you.